Hey guys, I'm back. Alright, is my mic up? This should be better. That's too loud. Alright, let me get some extra stuff set up. But, yo guys, what's good? Alright, oh, the audio bit rate? Nah, it's fine. I am the audio bit rate. Alright. Alright, how many Levelhead videos? No, really, no? 139. Alright, hold on. Okay, I'm almost done setting up. Hey, radio. It's me. Alright. Alright, let's find... Alright, let's go, guys. The marathon begins. Alright. Oh, yeah, I already did. Yep, don't worry about that. Okay. Oh, I didn't open up VideoTube. Hold on 1 second. Alright, yeah, I'll just minimize this. Nope, I need to minimize Sprite. Alright. Oh my goodness. I haven't streamed in a while because it was an obvious, guys. There we go. Streamer brain. Alright, files. And then, is it on your desktop? It should be. VideoTube. Alright, once I get this open and running, then I will actually start working on this animation. Gotta trust. Alright, that's open. Close you. Praise the Lord, I have a second monitor. Alright, that's closed. And then, is it appearing through OBS? Yes. Alright, let's get going. Let's get down to business. Yeah, Fork, this is the start of the marathon. Since I'm the only non-Twitch user, and also after some finagling, my actual schedule did work, I get to kick this whole thing off. Okay, I'm sitting now and ready to roll with a Kit Kat in hand. Alright, OBS is going. Cool. My mouse is here. Oh, I should probably full screen this. Why not? What? No, we don't want you. What is that? No. Close. I need to click A first, that's why. F11, that. There we go. Alright. So, word of warning, I might have already tried, starting this, when the marathon was first announced, and honestly did not do much. Right now, the full state of it is... Oh, my stream slot? 3 hours. So... Yup. Verm just said it. If I were to hit... Oh, yeah, play is this. And that's kind of all I had, some other stuff a while ago, but... First of all, I'm gonna probably need to put, a Vacrat color palette or something. Alright, I'll just pull it up on my second monitor. Thank you, Levelhead Wiki. The start is going to be slow, but trust, I will have this better. Alright. Alright. So yeah, as we know, it's sort of... Alright. Got it. Okay. We're making this dude, pretty much. I tried making, the bigger one before, but it's really not working. Alright, Reggie hasn't streamed in ages, so expecting the worst in testing your setup. Oh, the Shenanibot still works for you? That's nice, man. I mean, I could probably throw in some metal pipe falling sound effects, Kalia, if that's what you're implying. Alright. So first of all, this color palette is totally askew. Alright. So, alright, let's just delete this entirely and remaster it. So, the way this works is GR18 shows up, enemy rolls in, it's going to be a Vakrat. Let's do it like, alright. He's not going to be fully in there in the first frame. Oh, whoops. That was paintbrush. Alright. That's too round. Hold on. Yeah, because what we're looking for is that. Oh, whoops. Not that. Wrong keybind. There we go. Alright, so we're going to want that blue for the eyes. This actually does kind of match what I'm aiming for here. And then, yeah, the top is a lot more flat now that I look at it. I'll have this as a secondary brush. There we go. So now I can just swap between them with X, because A-Sprite's cool like that. Alright. Whoops. Well, actually, we're going to have the wheel down there, but that's a later thing. Alright, let's just move this over. Alright, we have the little eyes on him. And then I'm going to add the little, like, ear tufts. The eyes are a bit rounder now that I think about it. Okay, that's better, that's better. And then, yeah, I'll just use this red that I already have. I haven't really decided what this is yet. It might come important later, maybe not. That's what he goes like behind the head. Oh, I'm going to outline him next. That's actually a good point. And there's like a little bit of a line there. And it loops up and around. And okay, we should make that a lot rounder. I got to get the point across that this is a Vakrat. It needs to be 3 long. And then... Alright. Let's move this up one. Okay, yeah, there we go. So yeah, by the way, this is the software that I use to make all my other animations. This is a tiny bit of behind the scenes, but really not much. I do plan on making an actual video, though, on like how I get this all to work. Because, simply put, my way of doing all this is unorthodox, to put it gently. But if it work, it work. Put that on a t-shirt. There we go. Alright, and then we gotta fill in the rest of the wheel here. And that's mostly it. I guess I can add that little extra red bit at the front. Because again, what we're aiming for here is... Yeah, let me drag it back onto here for you. You wonderful ladies and gents. Let me close this. I have no... Alright. Oh, that was Audacity. That's why. I don't even need that open. That's funny. Alright. Oh, so while I'm doing this, I might as well talk about something that isn't Levelhead. I had, like, a ton of finals yesterday, and I'm pretty sure I scored well. Yeah, homeschool's goated like that, and so basically I sort of had, like, my final test, like, a good amount of my final test for the year yesterday. Alright. Back to animation. There we go. Alright, so, the, like, warning flashy thing. Make it look more climactic, and something, that does not sit well with me. Hold up. Pull up Google again. Alright, hold on. Really? Did I close it again like that? No, I didn't. Alright, it's right here. Alright. I'm sorry. Yes. I mean, besides the noticeable lack in detail, okay, yeah, it needs lighting. Okay, that's where I'm going wrong. I could make the eyes more too. That is a good point. Yeah, they are a bit like unsaturated. Like the regular background eyes are a lot more shiny. So, all right, let's add two more colors because one of them is gonna be the lighter orange. So let's Control C, Control V, and then we're gonna copy this and make it here. All right, and then we just gotta up the lighting on that. Just drag it a bit more. We're gonna make it more noticeable. I like this. All right, delete that. And then for you, yeah, it's a bit like desaturated. Does that look better? I think it does. Add that, delete that. Is that what we're looking for here? Yeah, it's a lot better color. No, it should be brighter. Okay, that's where I'm going wrong. Yoink. No, that's desaturated. So, like, here. Yes, that's the color that I'm looking to nail. Fantastic. Oh, a darker wheel? Let me check that out. Yeah, I guess it could be darker. But, I think I should make the front of the wheel too thick. 2 tiles thick, whatever. Alright. Let's minimize that. Yeah. Alright, cool. You also give, yeah, those things to give more definition. That's another good point. Yeah, because right now the only thing that's like popping forward is the eyes. Alright, so you got like front grill pretty much. Yeah, okay, so let's first fix these eyes. That's it better. And add the shine to it as well. Have like that one like white pixel of cuteness, I guess. But now it looks too cute. Now I don't want GR18 to kill it. Let's make a line like from here to like, where realistically the lighting would be to match the games. And then like just Control J, not Control, just J. Yeah, I have to get like the shaping of it to really sell that. So it's a lot lighter up here, and then okay, so there's some extra, not. We should have like a float that work. Yeah. Sorry, there you go. Sort of. Yeah, so you definitely make a good point with the nose ramp thing. Should I double the canvas size to give me twice the pixels? Is that what I probably should be doing? And then I could also have like a smoother looking GR18 as well. That would, by definition, make it at least slightly longer production time. But I mean, I have 3 hours. I've already wasted like 14 of them. Oh no. Alright. I keep on F11ing the wrong thing. Alright, let me pull the vac right over to my OBS monitor. That way at least I can be able to see it, and I'll just like occasionally pop it over when needed. Alright. Okay, so yeah, the bottom needs to be a bit darker, so add more brown down here. And then there's like some more in the back. And there's like some shading under here, right? That's good, that's good. It gives me more appreciation for... Who's the artist on the B-Scotch team? I think it might be Adam. Hold on, wait. I'm trying to remember the podcast intro because... I don't know. Whoever does do it, clearly they definitely deserve their job. One of the three. Alright. I think we're starting to approach actually looking decent territory, which makes me happy. Alright, yep, so I take that suggestion. Yeah, boop the nose out a bit. We gotta boop it. And actually, yeah, make it less profound here in the front. And then, like, just... nope, wrong one. Alright, okay, we're starting to look good. And then an outline will always make something look better. So would that be under effects? No, I don't want that. Because right now effects is being used for what? Yeah, so that... Hold on. In that case, what's the... Oh, okay. Oh, there's already a layer for outline. How am I blind? Alright, so that's like general outlining. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Is this the final design pretty much? Make his top a bit wider? Yeah, I like that idea. Add more light to the top, and then like by subtracting some down here. Yep. Oh, I'm drawing some outline right now. Whoops, because I need to cut that now. Alright, yeah, make sure I didn't mess anything up there, right? Okay, that's good. It's like the enemy layer. that could have gone haywire. Oh, alright. See a fork. Make the nose thing stick out. That's up. Yeah. There we go. How bad's the latency? Okay, that's not bad. I was worried about the latency for a split second, and then I realized that I just had it delayed on my end in like the YouTube playback, whatever. Which I know like Twitch's latency is like really low. Taper fit. There we go. All right, see that's okay. We've actually approached the territory that makes things look good. I'm very happy with this information. All right, outline. This part's simple. This part's simple. Proceed to place the wrong pixel. Okay, yeah, zooming in is definitely gonna help. Am I gonna double up for outline? What did I do for GR18? Okay, yeah, I left the corners be. All right, good. I just gotta make it consistent, and then shift click. Yes. Love me some line tool. It's huge. All right, cool. Does he come in too fast? Yeah, that's a bit too sudden. So we can have this be like the next frame or something. But we can copy him between frame. Okay, so Alt-N, right? And then we'll just like pull him backwards a bit, you know? So like, whoop. Oh, that's the outline. Well, yeah, we'll use the outline to indicate how much we want to pull backward. Should I have like a little... He has like a little bit of vertical movement when he like drives. He'll like sway up and down a little bit. I wish I actually like had my capture card set up that I can like show like in-game footage as a reference. But like essentially when he drives, he kind of goes like and like go up a pixel and like down a pixel, up a pixel, that sort of thing. If you play Levelhead, you'll know. And it's just like add more spice to the... Would you consider it a walk cycle? Whatever. Oh, hold on. Oh, really? That's an interesting keybind. Alright, Alt-N. Oh, I didn't know that. See, you always learn something new with A-Sprite. There's always some magical keybind. Like, oh, I can use this like once, but it'll actually be semi-convenient when I do use it. Definitely one of the top tier $20 I've ever spent. Although, even better was buying Levelhead on my Switch. I gotta plug it. Of course, it's the 5th anniversary. What do you expect? There's like a line down here when I pull up the reference that is in fact a bit darker. You see like this is like the full like underbelly of the Robo. Thinking. Nah. I feel like if I add too much detail, then like inconsistent levels of detailing. Also, should GR18 be brighter? Like a brighter shade of gray? I think, yeah, that's definitely too dark. Alright, let me up the brightness on it. That's the background color. We don't want to use that. Is that what? What color are you? Oh, it's under effect. Oh, you are the background. Okay, you're the background color, which means... Oh, that's GR18, which means this is unused? Question mark? Yes, it is. Okay, we like this. Let's just... flashbang. It's very stationary now, but trust me, once we get things moving, it's gonna be good. Alright. Brush tool. Let's do like 3, and then 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 1. Yes. Okay, that looks good. He sort of looks like a washing machine, but that's not important. Because washing machines can look good, you know? Oh, yeah, that's so much more authentic. Alright. And then add some little, like, nubs to the, like, where the feet go. Alright. Okay, see? I think it's a tiny bit too bright. Hold on, let me pull up the wiki again. I said pull up the wiki, not close the wiki. Just full screen that for a split second. Alright. Alright. No. Alright. Levelhead official wiki. Alright, almost there. Are you serious? Huh. Is GR18 under entities, really? I wouldn't expect him to be, because... Hold on. Let me just pull up GR18. There we go. Alright, we found our little space robo. Alright, hold on. Click the GR18. Fantastic. Alright, I'm not going to be able to get, like, the facial definition that's on base game. That's for certain. But what I can do is get close. I think the legs are too long. Yeah, okay. So let's... Oh. Multi-select all of these, right? Oh, yeah, okay. So I'm just delete all of that for GR18. And then just, like, have one set one. Because, again, he hasn't moved yet by this point. He'll probably, like, start jumping in the next frame. Because, yeah, this whole time... Alright. Oh, I use that white for the smoke particles? Really? Alright. I'm sure that won't come back to haunt me at all. Pfft, what? No way. Alright, so let's define our little model here. We can't remove the outline from these previous frames, so we'll just copy the outline. Yes, okay. So let's, like, shorten his legs by a tile. Let me turn off the outline. Hold on. Hide the outline so I can just work on naked GR18. No, please don't clip that. Alright. Can't wait for that to be like my defining moment of the... Oh, I need to select enemy. There we go. Nope, I need to select GR18. Golly, where's my head at? There we go. Okay, yep. See, now he's more short and nubbly. We like nubbly. Nubbly's good. Alright. And then we'll just reset his outline. Just make that visible again. And unlock it, naturally. We'll just move the outline over. And then do what we did before, which is that. Nope, we didn't do that. We had... Let's select the bottom layer first. Yes, that makes more sense. Really? Is that it? Why am I... Need to have that match up, right? So... the outline just starts flying away. Ooh. Alright. Is that what I'm looking for here? No, because I need to, like, bring that little leg line down. So I select from here up. Let's go. Alright. Now we have our handsome little schmantsome. And it fits. a puzzle piece. Alright, I think I'm just gonna copy the outline here. Alright, that's fine, this is fine. Okay, so copy J18. Oh yeah, so we're gonna do this, right? Control C, Control V, Control V. How's everyone's Friday going? Today is indeed the day of fry. Including but not limited to French fry. Should I have the Vakrat's outline be attached to the Vakrat itself? I think so. Yeah. So in that case, alright. I think I know I can do this. If I copy this, right? I can copy an outline and then nope. And delete it. And then Control V. Yes, let's go. Alright. We have now transcended the layer system. Or not layer system. Oh yeah, it is a layer system. What am I talking about? Alright. So, alright. We'll just erase him from existence real quick. Oh, we didn't want that last one. This one's good. This one's good. Because if I get rid of the outline, I just get rid of GR18s and not the Vakrat. And its outline, respectively. Yo, what's good, new viewer? Okay. So in that case, we copy this. Control C. Control V. Man, what? Hold on. What is the outline like on this frame? Okay, so we gotta delete. Oh, so let's just delete the outline entirely because we have a new outline for GR18 anyway. Yeah, we can replace this. Alright. Okay. I understand it now. This workflow isn't as smooth as I wanted it to be, but I can live with this. Alright, Control C. Honestly, the outline for that exclamation point thing should really be on the effects, because that is the effect. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. I've become, like, so outline coded that when I don't see an outline on something, I just instinctively don't like it. Alright, so now we have... it looks so dumb. It looks so dumb, but it will be better. It will be better. Alright. So for this frame, we drag him back to, like, here. Oh, select the enemy first. Hehehe. And then you gotta re-outline the exclamation point. So select effects. Outline that. Which is like an auto outline tool. That'd be very practical. We're gonna have this be a big bold outline just because it's easier to make. Darn it. Easier to make mistakes on, I feel like at this point. Alright. Nope, we didn't want that pixel there. I can just copy this onto the other frame with the exclamation point, so this is fine. Alright. And then, yeah. Oh, we'll just copy the entire effects tab. That makes more sense. Entire effects frame, whatever. Yes. Love to see it. So, yeah, I kind of wanted to make this impact frame feel something. Maybe I can make it, like, last, like, 50 frames. Or 50 milliseconds, actually, not frames. I'll probably have to take a look at these timings as well afterward. Alright, let's give him a butt. Hey, yeah. Bring back the old Vakrat thing that we had before, the reference. Yep. Alright, bring back the wiki. And then... Hello. Bring you back over here. Reselect A Sprite. You need to remember your home alone, so you still have the stream on while working out. Oh, that's fine, dude. Happy to still have you. Hold on. Speaking of happy to have, I have a Kit Kat on my desk that I haven't opened up yet. There we go. Now I can really get to work. Alright. Alright. Yeah, it's not time to add in this situation. That's fine. Let's outline it first. Is it really only like one pixel that I need? That'd be kind of funny, honestly. I wish I could like have this as like floating, but it just doesn't, which is kind of annoying. All right. Yep. Fantastic. Now I can actually get to moving and stomping. Oh yeah, I probably should have. Yeah, this doesn't make sense in this. All right. And then he just comes back, and then all right, cool. I'm gonna get better workflow. Just need to get like the habit of it first. And that's the effects tab, of course it is. And that also is the effects tab, right? Yeah, why wouldn't it be? Enemy. There we go. Alright. Let's have this be the secondary. There we go. Actually, let's select the black. Bring back that outline we had. Oh, no, that's too tall. Oh. Get rid of that pixel there. Nope. There we go. Haha. Me. Go. Reselect you. Fill that in. Oh. It's a very small canvas. How small is it? 80 by 45. That's kind of crazy. Alright. If I can make it work, though, nothing else matters. Alright, yes. I'm now kind of realizing that the real background is kind of tritone, and this is only like 2 colors. We can make it work. Alright. This is not bad, actually. I'm so proud of you, little back rat. Alright. Now you die. Let's work on killing this thing now. So here's where stuff got... We're totally going to break game logic here. I'm thinking making the Vakrat parry GR18. Which sounds so stupid. Because for those of you who don't really play Levelhead, the Vakrat is like the Goomba of Mario. Except he cleans floors. So when we have our heroic little Scoober jump onto him, which would normally kill in the first hit, I don't know, maybe like some like stupid, like over dramatic dodge would be mad funny. I know dang well I'm probably not gonna make the whole fight scene in like just one stream, But this is enough to hopefully get me inspired and motivated. So we're gonna. All right. So let's see how we flowing right now. Oh, got a select A sprite. That's why. All right. So he drives in, and then everything resets. All right. We Alt N. I'm gonna move him forward a couple more pixels because like he should be going pretty fast, which is why we had that little like oh no warning thing. Is this a consistent speed? No, it's not. We gotta move forward a few more pixels, or just move the other guy. Let's move him backwards. Yeah, that makes more sense actually. Until it's pretty much an even movement. He goes pretty much one back grab per second. I like this. Okay, this is smooth. Well, at least it will be smooth when I actually play it. This is probably a lot less smooth. I'm just using my arrow keys to navigate through the frames. Drag that. Nice, nice. Okay. So, this is the frame where I think we had, like, GR18. Let's give him, like, a one-frame jump squat. I don't really know what a jump squat is, courtesy of watching, like, a ton of, like, over... I don't think it's going to be a full squat. I think we're just, like, bring him his entire thing down a frame. GR18's not the enemy here. Bring it down, and then outline, bring it down. Oh, we have to have it do like the little wobble. Back. Alright, so let's move this frame of background like down just one pixel. There we go. And just have like alternate each frame. Yeah, okay. I like this. So, since you're working out Fork, what you hitting right now? Like, doing, like, arms, doing legs, what? Oh, yeah, this morning's workout at CrossFit sucked. But, like, I was so sweaty. But it hurt. To quote my best friend, like, one of my close friends, Ethan, it hurts so good. Because, yeah, this morning it was, hold on. Bring the back right forward. Oh yeah, so if we like slow down everything else here to make it feel like dramatic, like a bullet time kind of thing. That's the word. Sound effects can't really describe what I'm trying to hit here. Alright, bring it down one. And have like GR18 like. We're gonna move the legs as well to match it. So let's just delete the outline of this frame because we're probably gonna like move the legs a bit. Right click that, yes. And then select GR18. Let's just erase all this actually. Like pull it back a bit, and then I don't like that. Hold on. And then swap to the other color. Oh, that's the wrong other color. Let's delete that because there might be like a stray pixel. That's all right. Oh, now it just blends in with that. That double stinks. All right. This is why we outline, folks. What zone is this in? Concrete. I don't know. The last thing I'll be doing is the background, just because that's like one thing. Or I could do it now. I don't know. Factory zone. That actually is a good question, though, Fork. I did not determine that. Because, like, the way I'm seeing it is he's kind of, like, dropped into an arena. The best way I can describe it is a more modern version of actually the arena scene in the Minecraft movie. Which sounds so stupid, because I had this idea well before Chicken Jockey, so... Yup, can't wait for Vac Rat Jockey in the Levelhead community. Is it probably easier if I plugged in my mouse? Oh, dang. I don't want to do that right now. Honestly, every single animation that I've ever done has been with a trackpad. Yo, what's good, Breads? Thanks for joining. One second. Stretch. Alright. Let's make him re-outlined. Oh, we need the black, that's why. Okay, so, Bread, remember that better version of Mario Maker 2 that I rant about sometimes? This is me animating based off of Levelhead, which is the better version of Mario Maker. Because in Levelhead, you make levels. In Mario Maker, you just make Marios. There's a difference. Okay, I do like the little jump squat there. Oh, wait, you haven't? I mean, I do. Well, this is like one of the perfect times to get back into it because this weekend is its 5th anniversary of release. And without Levelhead, this channel wouldn't exist. I think we gotta pull the back a little bit. Or just like have him not jump forward much, just have him jump more up. I don't know why he kind of moves to the side of it. Nah, it's fine. No, it's not. Alright. So he correct this little jump squat, and then we'll just slide this left pixel. G18 left pixel. Okay, see that moves with it. Alright, that's good. Why does it move the whole what? What logic is this following, bro? No, hold on. Oh, that's because I selected the entire GR18 layer. That would make sense. Alright, okay, see, fix it. No shot you've had Levelhead since launch day, Brad. That's... I find that hard to believe. Because that would mean you've had it longer than I have. What do you have it on, like your Switch? You really should just open it up. Like once. I don't know, it's probably archived, so you have to re-download it. I hope it runs better on Switch too. I'm surprised how much you love Mario Maker and yet like just don't play Levelhead much, because it really is a stronger version. Alright, GR18 begins to fly away. 2025 colorized. Move El Vacrito. That's such a Spanish way of saying it. I have no clue why I called it that. Because I had Spanish lessons this morning. How are we looking so far? Oh, that's so unsmooth. What the heck? 200 milliseconds is too long. Let's go with like 150. I wish I did this whole thing on multiples of 50. No, hold on. 150. 150. And then this is where we go like 250. Because now, like, the way I see it is like almost like a bullet time. Hold on. Yeah, I think I need some extra in-between frames there. Alright. Alright. Alt N. No, cancel. Alright, so we move this frame like back. I probably should measure the actual distance traveled here and not like guess it. Alright, we gotta add an in-between frame here, so Alt N. And these are about the same, so we have you, move you back a couple pixels. Like 5, is 5 a good reference here? How long is that like first frame of landing actually? Because that's kind of too short. 190? No, just make it like 200. I don't know why it's not. There we go. Yes. This is in fact Levelhead. I am making a very not currently yet proud of fight scene of sorts. The first like 15 minutes are me trying to actually recreate a Vakrat. Hopefully this is gonna look better in the end. Again, I don't plan on completing this entire thing throughout one stream. I'd either restream it more, make like a speed paint, or just make this on my own. That last option is probably the one that's the most likely to happen. But oh yeah, so this I feel like I'm probably a weaker start to the 5-year anniversary streamathon, but at least I'm not like other guys is the best way I can put it, because I'm pretty sure everyone else is just doing like building a level or playing viewer levels or both, or like any percent speedruns, which all those are totally great in their own right. But I don't know, I feel like doing something different, 1, and 2, my capture card has not been cooperating lately, so I can't really stream Levelhead. Hi, Hanana Joe. Alright, let's move him forward. How much did he move in these two frames? Okay, so in this frame, 2 pixels, move 2 pixels again. Hold on. 1, 2. And then select your 18. Move him up like 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have the jump look more speedy. Gonzalez. Oh my gosh, NRC, that's actually so right. Yeah, it's fair. We all kind of want to be part of the problem. It's not about the variety of each stream, it's about the camaraderie of all of us streaming the same thing. Oh, is my... Oh, my mouse has just been open the whole time. Oh, that's stupid. Hold on. Vito 2, what is wrong with you? Get back to normal. I have to raise the cutoff. Really? Is my microphone valve... Oh, am I using the wrong mic? That's... Wait, what? Try using the built-in microphone. Why? Huh? What if I don't want noise reduction at all? Oh, Oculus. There we go. Alright. Lower the cutoff back to normal then. Sorry, I had to do some fine-tuning. Yay, it's fixed. Now my mouth actually opens and closes. Oh. Alright, bye, Bishop. Oh, yeah, I know you're, John. Honestly, I was kind of too afraid to pronounce it because I don't French. You would both level if there's an idea that is either ultra time consuming, technical, and fun to watch. Oh, yeah, I see that, honestly. Yeah, I need a pronunciation guide on John, unfortunately. This is my American coming out. Do I make GR18 do a sick backflip? It's the 5th anniversary, of course we are. We're just rotating him on anything between 1 degree and 40 and I guess 89 degrees just won't look good. So it'll just be 4 frames of backflip. Yeah. So, select the outline first, rotate it 90 degrees. Have the outline be the actual center of the outline. That would be important to do. Or I guess, like, yeah. What is, like, GR18 center of mass? I'd assume it would probably be, like, low down here. Why'd I undo that? And rotate is, do you want 90? Yes. Alright. So, yeah, like, also, well, no, because then it's, well, no, because I guess the little white lines around doesn't work. Good, you leave in fear of mispronunciation as intended. Alright. Select GR18. Move this, like, center down there. 90. And then just drag him over here. Will be GR18 does his first backflip. Oh, it's kind of sudden, though. So let's, like, move it over to the left a bit, definitely. Because, again, it's supposed to be, like, a slowdown kind of thing. And then, oh, hold on, we don't want to select the entire outline layer. We just want to select this 1 frame of outline. Made that mistake already this stream. Don't plan on doing it again. Alright. It's still kind of sudden. Let's like an in between here. And then move GR18 to match. Honestly, I probably should have made his outline just attached to GR18 itself. Don't fully know why I didn't do that. Okay, yeah, that's a bit smoother. Let me just move him up like 1 more. Like to the right 1 more. There we go. I'm learning how to do this faster. That's good. Zoom to fit screen. Okay, yeah, so really that's the biggest way to get. Oh, because I can lower this size a ton. Hopefully that'll let me. Yay, it's bigger now for both of our pleasure. 10 concurrent views. This is actually like really good for my average. Alright. So jump, jump, flip. Oh, the factor doesn't move in that time frame. How bad? Okay, how bad are we looking so far? Might as well rewind and. Okay, hopefully when I add like music and sound effects later, yeah. Maybe fork. I don't know. I mean, I do have like most of my files behind me, so I probably will. I'll think about it. Maybe this weekend. I kind of got some extra stuff going on like right after this stream today. Because my youth group's hosting a video game night, so I gotta like bring my Wii U and stuff to play some Wii Party with the bros. Let's move forward like, no. Oh wait, I just noticed Fork. You actually spelled Armada right this time. You always go like Armanda or Armonda or something. Congratulations, you learned English this stream. That was a joke, by the way. I'm not trying to. You're mocking me, aren't you? There we go. Rotate 90. Who does the sickest backflips? Batman. It took you 4 to 5 times to spell right. That's funny. Dang. At least he's honest. Alright, there we go. We have GR18's sick backflip moment. I'm also gonna move him up, actually. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Because he's still, like, traveling up and right a tiny bit. So, up, right. And now he's upside down. Yeah. That's a bit too unsmooth. Move this frame down a bit. Down, left. It's like GR18. Down, left. A lot of it just does come down to easing. So, in my defense, Joe, I've been trying, and yeah, I totally missed the pre-order time. It's not a scam. The Switch 2 itself is actually very well priced. Where I don't really align myself, though, is the game pricing. Because think of it this way, right? How much does a PS4 cost right now? Or like PS4 Pro? PS4 Pro. Cost. Okay. So, the Switch 2 has the power of a PlayStation 4 Pro. And when that launched, that was $400. I know we talked about this on Sunday. The Switch 2 is well priced. Again, the games are kind of the hassle. But you're getting... Nintendo's actually putting a good processor in their console for once. I mean, how much does a Steam Deck cost? Because Switch 2's power is going to be kind of comparable to that. Yeah, I think, Cully, you do have a point there. I think the Glaze machine has been on overdrive. I don't know if I'll be able to stop it. Wow, my sister's calling me out right now. Low-key crazy. Alright. The point is, I'm gonna buy it anyway. Probably years. No. What? No. I'm not Nintendo Land. Really, I didn't grab that bottom thing. Games will... That implies that childs have a price, like a set price. And again, hold on. Do I have to pull up my Glaze right now? Want to see something cool? Mario Kart World's gonna have item rain. It's gonna have item rain as a game mode. Let me pull up the Mario Kart World Direct. Alright. Is that sound coming through the thing? Alright, no, it's not. Alright, no. Okay, I think it was actually. Okay, Mario Kart World Direct, right, boys? And girl, actually, because my sister's here. Alright. Full screen this for just a split second. Alright. I know this. Oh no, it's not a Levelhead thing. This is part of the discussion here, folks. Alright, when they show off different costumes, new tricks? No, costumes. Or they like show off a ton in like one go. Hold on, fast. My computer does not like running this right now. Oh my goodness. Alright, where's Toadette at? Maybe she shows up later. Okay. Let me keep scrubbing. Photo mode. No, it's definitely during the cosmetic stuff. Hold on, I will get to this point. I will die on this hill until I prove that we're getting item rain. And they just didn't say it. Which I know sounds kind of like contradictory, but you need to hear me out. Oh, pull this up, and why not? I'm gonna like double the playback speed. Alright, hold on. Oh, I see, look. I just missed it. Okay, it's right behind Luigi. Okay. Watch when Toadette is on here. You ready? We're almost there. In this case, was it after Bowser Jr.? There we go. Guys, you see these? Oh, this is buffering right now. Dang. Alright. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. Okay, stick to your roots, Nintendo? Respectfully, that's such a stupid thing. Because their entire thing is innovating and shaking it up. But look, you see these in the sky? These are falling item boxes. Item rain. Guys, item rain. I rest my case. Alright. Now that my computer's probably, like, had 3 different strokes. Let me make sure that I actually have the... Okay, yeah. Alright. Sorry, I had to get that mini rant done. I had to get some glazing in. Alright, hold on. Is the bitrate better now? No, it's not. What does Dust Bloods have to do with this? Alright. I don't have time for this. I need to actually make a decent animation today. What happened there? Alright. Oh, that's because I... Really? Come on. Alright, bring the outline down. There we go. Now it sticks. What do you mean they would never do that? They have whatever they want to sell on there. I don't really know, but I never do that. Alright. Next frame. Okay. Bring this up, definitely. Select here. Bring that up. There we go. Move the background forward. He doesn't... Alright, hold on. The frame where you don't move right here. I don't like that. That's kind of sudden, so let's move him backward a bit. There we go. Nintendo isn't making Dust Bloods. It's made by From Software. Nintendo isn't the one that's making Dust Bloods. It's just a Nintendo exclusive. Let's move this background forward a bit, because he's a bit too slow. There we go. And then run last, rotate, and then we can sort of... We've done a full half rotation. Whoopee. Alt, and move him forward. 1, 2, and up, because he's been down for a while. Deer team just stuck in midair. Alright, oh, I don't want to enemy cycle, that's why. Alright, there we go. Outline. Up, right. Up. I kind of like that. And rotate 90. Select your 18. Up, up. Alright, up. Rotate 90. Up, hold on, let's fix you. We'll be... Alright, I'll flip analytics real quick. There we go. Let's move more to the right, actually. He still has some momentum to him. Hold on. I selected the wrong frame, didn't I? Oh. Hold on. Yeah, let's move him one more pixel to the right in this frame. No. There we go. Right. And then it's like the outline. Make that go right. Then this is definitely too. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just reattach his legs. Whoopee. Alright, see, that's starting to look better. G18 got snaz now. He's snazzy. Alright, next frame. We're making him back to landing. Let's have a quick play at it, though. Hold on. Yeah, unfortunately, the animation process isn't as butter smooth as one would like it to be. So, you guys get to see the inner workings of how disgusting this stuff truly is. Remember, kids, don't pursue your dreams like I did. And then we'll kind of make stuff speed up again, so... Slow down for the flip and then get back to normal afterward. And then this is where the red thing in the background starts becoming important. After I stretch. There we go. Any posture is bad posture if you hold it for too long, so... That's your turbo advice of the day. Alright, wrap that up. Of course I have the wrong way selected. Alright. Here's under down here. 90. Yay, we're almost there. Oh. Snapple, real fact of the day. My phone just went off. Alright. More than 40 buildings in New York have their own zip codes. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Snapple. I needed that fact. Alright. Yeah, basically, I don't know if it is anymore, but underneath the lid of any Snapple bottle now is like a number that you can just text. And every weekday at around like 3:08 p.m., yes, 3:08 p.m. specifically, sometimes 3:07, sometimes 3:09, today it was 3:09, they'll just send you a random fun fact. And they're honestly kind of the highlight of my afternoon. Which I know probably sounds sad. And oh my goodness, what happened? Oh no. Alright, hold on. When I rotated the outline, I selected the entire thing. Oh my goodness, that's like the third time now. At least I'm consistent. Alright. Problem solved. Did that mess up? Okay, no, we're just back to vertical now. That's fine. Alright, we're probably gonna move that afterward, but let's re-rotate our beloved robot baby. Drag the center over here. Rotate it 90 again. Alright, he doesn't move in that frame, so let's move him over. And it's gonna be like pretty much not gonna work. I don't know, we kind of cut the vertical there, so it's like up 1 pixel just to show that he's slowing down in height. Oh my gosh, wait. There's this stupid meme where in this like one cutscene, and I want to say Spider-Man 2, uh, like this like side character's like stupidly unnecessary backflip when like swooped up by the Green Goblin, and it's like the most unnecessary backflip in gaming, pretty much. This is kind of what GR18 is doing. Now that I think about it, that's so funny. All right, let's take a gander at how bad the timing is. Oh, so you know what? As a deep little reference, when that slowdown effect happens, we just have like the slurp juice sound effect play. I'll probably pick. Ooh, that's a good question. What music should I pick for this? I don't know. It'll probably be something like Death Executive, just because like that's like stereotypical Levelhead boss fight music. I feel like On Time Delivery would probably be too climactic for what I'm trying to do here. Whoopee. Alright, yep. Little robot does flip. And then I guess like time speeds up to normal again, so next frame is probably gonna be 200 just to sake. And no, we'll just do it straight to 150. 150. Next frame we're gonna have is like legs swing forward a little bit so I can anticipate the landing. And then we gotta move the background forward. That's too much vertical movement actually, hon. Because again, like you just hit jump peak, so let's like move him up, move that up 2 pixels, and then outline up 2 pixels, and the little feet up 2 pixels. I still don't like how he moves down a pixel there. Let's just keep them as is. Outline, yes, up. Or at least height-wise as is. Alright, and then G18, up. Let's move the background forward. Like, let's go like 5. 5 is a good number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Alright. Honestly, despite how I love Ace Sprite so much, just because it is actually meant for pixel art, but it's so much meant more for sprite animation and not like the dumb stuff that I do with it. That's not like video game asset sprite animation. I'm so happy to be part of this. Next frame we bring background down, so I think we can actually start doing more simple frames. Move them over another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. All right, and then we gotta bring. Let's do the outline first. Where do we want them to be? There, actually. Let's move that all over here, just because we're gonna actually be editing GR18 sprite for the first time in a while. Let's not have it decelerate down that fast. There we go. That seems a bit more realistic. Because again, I have to like match the in-game physics, which is hard because they're coded to perfection. That's right. Switch 2 isn't the only thing I'm going to be glazing this afternoon. It's Levelhead 2. Why wouldn't it be? Let's actually move this over like 1 pixel, which I know seems stupid, but that's kind of the whole point of what I do here. Oh yeah, baby. And then he totally loses outline. That's fine. Alright, so we're gonna have to rearrange his outline now. That's fine. Okay. Select the outline itself. Don't want to make that mistake. Realign you, and then we're just gonna cut off everything down here. Alright, and then switch to that. No, that pixel doesn't go there. These ones do, but then there's a dent there because there's a dent there. Denting. Like what I did to that trash can once. And the golf cart. Okay, there we go. Yes, the pixel should be there. Alright. It looks like I'm doubling up there, but I know deep down I'm not. So that's fine. Yeah, because the same thing happens with this pixel right here that I have selected. This one right here. Yeah, because that's like inside, and then this one's sort of like outside. But it's still on the actual siding of a regular pixel, so it's fine. Alright, and then we just have a descent here. Move the background 5 pixels over. Gotta select the actual marquee tool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Outline. Now I can start decelerating. Alright. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, see, we're starting to look fluid. How long is this frame? 150? Yes, okay. And then, which means the same thing applies here. Alright. Yay! 23 frames in. Let's go. So, throughout the past hour and 19 minutes, we've added 13 frames. That's not too bad. It also does kind of suck. Well, that's because I had to factor in a switch to Mario Kart World glaze. Okay. Alright, and then we just like move the background 5 pixels out. Well, actually, let's move him like 4 pixels because he typically would start to slow down over here. So 1, 2. I'm gonna actually select him. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because typically they slow down once they pass you, pretty much. And then we're at to not have an enemy to deal with. Loki, nice. That's one less moving part. That's Tier 18. That's enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then next team he'll move like 3 and then 3 again. Because again, he starts to like, and then he sort of slows down. Alright. Let's move Robot. And okay, outline. Ta-da! 1, 2, 3. There we go. This looks smooth. Let's move him down 1 more pixel here. Yeah, that's way too soft. Sweet. Because remember, he started decelerating. Let's still move him over 1 to the right. It had like a good-looking jump arc. I think I could have slowed down that flip a little bit. Was like sort of like almost upside down at the peak of the jump. That it feels more like fluid and smooth. Because in this situation, all that rotational velocity shows up and then just leaves. Besides his legs swinging forward at like 2 frames later. I could re-engineer the flip. Yeah, but I'm not going to have to like re-rotate it. Because that whole rotating process did take a bit longer than I'd like it to. I could certainly just... I wish I could merge layers. Oh, wait, I probably could do that now when I think about it. Oh my goodness, I'm so smart. Oh, wait, hold on. Can I, like, select all? Hold on. I'm gonna do something so big brain. What? No. No, okay, I can't, like, actually insert it into here. Can I? Yeah, I can. Okay. Well, at least we tried, folks. Honestly, there probably is a way of actually doing that, because this A-Spray is very intuitive, but... Okay, so even when it's like really fast and looped like that, it doesn't look bad by any... I mean, it does sort of look bad, because you're definitely missing out on a ton of frames. But it's not crazy bad, which is certainly above average for this channel. Alright, hold on, let's scroll up here. So, NG65, how's Linux going? You said it like at the start of the stream, and then, I don't know, update. I'm considering actually getting Linux going on my PC once I actually get it set up, because honestly, the real part is that I'm just don't want to buy a copy of Windows. And if it runs OBS and I can get Levelhead on it, that's kind of all that I need for a PC. Because again, I have to take it apart, find out what pieces I need to buy for it. Oh yeah, I haven't really explained the Turbo new PC lore yet. Essentially, what happened is my church got one of the like AV booth computers replaced, and so they're like, "Yo," like, well, I realized. Well, actually, no, they didn't say "yo." I was kind of more "yo," because they weren't doing anything with it. So I'm like, "I'll take it," and then I got it. Simple as that. Ask and it will be provided. Uh, wait. Oh, did I move on? Yes. Okay. I wasn't sure if I accidentally messed something up because we tend to do that around here. And again, yep, 3 pixels to show that he's slowing down. The background is now coming to a stop. And then let's just animate the entire background first. One. And then all done, we just delete the frame. No need to make that more complicated. And then we just fix this entire Jerry-Team's jump. This is the landing frame. Oh, hold on, wrong layer. And like Jerry-Team has a bit like squash and stretch to him. So we kind of want to implement that. So in that case, I guess the best way of doing so. Alright, and then we gotta add a little like landing puff. So that'd be under the effects tab because I haven't used that in a bit. And then I guess we sort of can just delete, and just sort of copy his regular grounded frame. Well, actually, let's have this the jump squat one be that first frame here. And that was this one, right? Yeah. Copy that, and it's gotta move it over. Because obviously, if G18 just snaps backwards, that's not going to look good. Hard to look at the actual. Alright, gonna move him over one to the right. I was so close to actually guessing that properly. Alright. Now, if we look at it, should be. Okay. There you go. I had to click the right thing. Alright. Okay. Let's bring his outline over to him. Like, I find interesting how I swap back and forth between referring to G18 as a him and an it. Don't know why I do that necessarily. Like, yeah, bro, what are your robot's pronouns? Gotta move this to the left, two more. There we go. Alright, sweet. And then now... let's add in some more factory. There we go. Because remember we had like that in the previous frame, so that's fine. Cool. That's looking good. That's looking good. Cool. Next frame. Return of the great enemy robot vacuum. Let's just copy this frame. And not this frame. Let's have more to the left. There we go. Alright, so copy this. And then, what do we just... Can I do the woo? That looks so stupid. Alright, undo. Wide background does look funny, though. It's like a horizontal flip thing that I can do. I hope so. Horizontally flipped vacuum. Alright. I think I want to extend the time where the background is off screen, potentially. I don't know, he does kind of come in hot here. Coming in hot. Hold on. I probably shouldn't have moved this over first. Just, like, add a couple extra frames just so I have that pre-flipped as a resource I can use later. Wait, what the heck? Oh, I moved like the entire thing over or something stupid. I find that hard to believe. Alright, cool. And then he'll be like over here. So let's drag this over. Move that over like a pixel to the right. Nice, nice. This frame, we're going to want to flip G18's eyes over, right? So now we have that. That looks stupid. And then that. And then his body flips on the next frame. Oh, dang it. Really? Alright, hold on. Whoops. And then we've got to flip over the rest of him. So I think it'd be easier if I just re-flip the eyes and then flip the entire thing over. That would make more sense, actually. You see, Aseprite isn't actually animation software. It's a software that forces you to learn how to... how to actually, like, optimize animating. And, of course, that's the outline layer, right? That silhouette that does look actually kind of interesting. I don't know why. Or not the silhouette, the outline. Oh, that is like the actual outline right now. What layer are you? Outline? No. Geratin? No. Enemy? Yes. And of course it's, what, locked? Or no, it's not locked. I just didn't have it selected. That's fine. This is on the previous frame too? That was probably from me flipping the eyes over. That would make sense. Dang. This looks so stupid. Running Vacret. Alright. Oh, this... Okay. Honestly, playing individual parts doesn't look bad at all by any means, which is kind of funny to me. It's just playing them all together looks bad. Yeah, he's like, woo. Alright. Alright. Hi again. So yeah, what you said about that M-rated game thing, Nintendo isn't making... I'm gonna ignore that comment. Nintendo isn't making a M-rated game. It's being made by From Software. You know, the Dark Souls, Elden Ring people. Yippee. Alright, let's see what... oh my gosh, it was actually flipped well, right? Feet are in another place. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, I actually got lucky there. Haha. And, of course, the second I say that, I select the wrong layer. Sounds about right. I like how I'm the comedic relief of my own channel. Oh, hold on, I have to reflip this. Okay, I actually have the right layer selected this time. Nice. Nope, whoops, not nice. Not nice. Alright. Yippee. What do you mean let us hear your wonderful voice? My mic is on. Don't know what you're talking about. You actually made me check OBS to see if my mic was on. Not gonna lie. That's kind of funny. Why am I tired? It's like, what time is it? 3:30. Man, I miss streaming. I really should do it more. Alright, so he spin. Alright. What happened to our pal over here? What happened to the horizontally flipped goober? Where did he go? That's fine. I'm not blowing into the mic. I know my mic is on. Nice try, bro. Not happening. Do we make the Vakrat pop a wheelie? That's actually a very goated question. Hold on. 1 second. Alright, there we go. Guess who's back? Yep. Alright. I'm not gonna get Duskbloods. I don't plan on it. Honestly, I haven't played any other From Software games, so I really don't plan on it. Like, I doubt they'd be the best one to start with. Plus, it just personally doesn't seem like my kind of game. I feel like the... no, actually, this frame is fine. Burnout. Alright. Do you plan on getting it, actually? I should probably ask you the same question. Seeing as that's the polite thing to do. That perfectly line up. Yes, it did. Alright. Ah. Oh, that's... No, what? Alright, there you go. Fantastic. Alright. Move this over, like, a ton. Mario Kart World Stream? Well, yeah, but that's not going to happen for another, like, month and a bit. I'd like to make an unboxing video for the Switch, too. Which would involve actually using a camera for the first time on the channel. Crazy. Hold on. Alright, he's zooming now. Alright, cool. While this is a rodent, this technically is not a hamster, unfortunately. This is a rat. Alright, we should probably make GR18 actually attack this thing now. Yeah, it is time intuition. But honestly, I did also go to bed at like 11 last night and woke up at 7 this morning, so it doesn't typically help. I know I can totally pull that off normally, I just don't fully like to do so. There you go. Let's make GR18 jump again. Make GR18 jump again. Sorry. And we send our goober back into space. We're not gonna have like a bullet time on this one. And I think he just jumps pretty much vertical. And like maybe move like 1 or 2 pixels over towards the top. All I know is that the next enemy is probably gonna be a scrub. Just so that like I can like add like the scrub shell into like getting rid of the next enemy. Because when you actually have like throwing involved, Levelhead combat looks a lot better. And naturally, GR18 hasn't even grabbed anything yet. I'd also probably be back to that tired discussion. I'd probably also be a lot less tired if I had a genuine chair and not an arcade stool to sit on. I can grab a better chair. I just was kind of in a rush to set this up. Because, yeah, for a split second, I thought I'd be starting at 2. No, I thought I'd be starting at 3 p.m. New York time, which is UTC minus 4. And turns out it was actually 2 when I thought it was 3. And for some reason, my sister actually remembered the marathon time chart more than I did. But it's better not to question it and just be thankful that it was convenient. Let's move the Vagrat up in the next frame. Up and over, yeah. Yoink. Move over. And up a pixel. There we go. Yeah, I do. But honestly, the problem with that is my setup kind of transforms from streaming mode and like having friends over mode. And so when I would have a chair, it would sort of get replaced by the massive pillow in my basement. Remember that big gray one when you saw this weekend? That flips up so I can pull out the arcade chair. Although I might have a more comfy ottoman down here that I could probably sit on. 1 second. Why did I never think of this? Why would I use the plastic arcade stool when I literally have my drum seat right here? That makes so much more sense. And it's actually cushioned and meant to sit on for long periods of time. Oh, that's already so much better. Golly. I also like slightly taller now. Cool. By like half an inch. Or like approximately 1 centimeter. Because this is like one of my very few international streams, you know? For example, Intuition, who was just around here, is actually German, if I remember correctly. A lot of Levelhead players are German. Which is kind of surprising. Alright. GR18 needs more hops. And that's not the GR18. This is, though. I guess by definition it isn't, but you get the point. Probably make sure that my gamepad is charged. I'm gonna need my Wii U later. Meh. Move that up another tile. I keep on interchanging tile and pixel. Real gamers call them pixels. You know, Intuition, you do have a good point there, actually. You also know how to be good at something. Especially, are you the world record holder on the campaign right now? Hold on. Let me check. I know you're definitely one of the fastest people in the community. I just don't know if you're, like, the fastest. There we go. Yep, yeah, he is. Intuition is the fastest any percent for main campaign. For any percent, is he for all training? Yes, he is. Wow. Let me guess, also 100%? Oh, he hasn't even tried 100%. That's kind of surprising. Alright. Yeah, not many speedrun the campaign. That's true, because you have a small game and a long campaign. That makes it not the most... I wouldn't say speedrun friendly, because Levelhead is very speedrun friendly. It's not the most speedrun accessible. I don't know, there are longer games out there with bigger speedrunning communities. For example, I think there is some like crazy new innovation, I want to say, with like 3D World, Mario 3D World. And like that game is like around like an hour 15, an hour and 20, if I want to remember correctly. Fire offline Gojo to me, yeah. Yeah, if they did have, like, well, that's kind of what Purenix is doing with, like, basically training people how to speedrun the campaign, which is good, because, obviously, it's sort of free publicity for Levelhead, and we gotta make sure that Levelhead 2 is financially viable, because if it's not worth making, the B-Scotch Bros won't make it, as sad as that may be sometimes. So anyway, I'm buying like 20 copies of Levelhead this week. I wish. Dreambucks, for real. Also, welcome to the chat, Noob Junior. I think this is my first time having you on my channel for once, so the other way around. You might have probably been here before, but who knows? Let's move him up one more pixel, actually. I am the first car on the train of streaming. Which truly is a fun thing to be. Yeah, you do have a point there, Into. That's another valid one. Just, like, on fire right now. Move it over. Select. Outline. It's obviously going to be funded with Nubucks, Junior. You should know that by now. Or exposure bucks. No one said exposure bucks yet, actually. We need exposure bucks to be put on Levelhead itself. Alright, I gotta move this over now. We got a fast boy. There we go. Yeah, we have to have actual acceleration to that jump, because without it, it looks like just like being moved upwards and not really like putting force into a jump. Alright. So let's like make this lower, which will make the, oh, whoops, wrong layer. Let's move this lower. If we like down, 2 pixels is actually good. Nope, 1. That way you feel, well, not really feel, but you can see more of the acceleration. Because anywhere where I can make this smooth, I kind of have to, because there's very limited things that I can actually do with my very non-existent expertise. But every single one of these like streams and animations is what'll help me build confidence and know-how and how to get this stuff done. That looks better. G18 plays Leapfrog. That's kind of what this is. Oh, I have to swing his legs for the actual jump thing. I haven't done that yet. So let's copy. Was it this frame? I want to somewhere over here. Yep. All right. Cool. Let's like delete GR18 first, and then have the because we use the outline as sort of a reference on where I want him to be. All right. And of course behind the enemy. That's funny. Well, actually, I can just copy the entire GR18 part here. Alright, oh yeah, I have to move this back over here. I can just leave this frame, and my extension this frame. And move the GR18 over here. And then horizontal flip and go. There we go. Alright, let's re-enable Vacret. Alright, and then we have to move the outline, like, actually up and over, you know? Because it has to be above where GR18 was. That's too much to the left. 2 pixels? Good. Whenever I'm animating a fight scene, I can't help but autocomplete with hard lights. Honestly, that would be so cool if I could like recreate this in Levelhead. Obviously, the 4 colors of hard lights would not be able to convey what I'm trying to make here, but someone could 100% make a really complicated system of cramming every color of like I want to say like what Spiketron or like the Spike Traps aerial, and then you just activate one for each color. That would probably get so like switch dense so fast, and the way of encoding that would be hard too. But realistically, it is possible. Man, if John was here, then he'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, that's gonna be in the next Stop the Devious Blobfish 2." Alright. I like the part when GR18's soul exits his body. Who's after me on the thing, actually? I haven't looked at it yet. Oh, at least I have. I just don't remember who it is. Oh, okay. Oh, Dada's up next. Oh, yeah, I forgot. And that's in an hour. So you guys only you guys have to be stuck with me for an extra hour, and then you're free. Honestly, another like not I wouldn't say gimmick stream, but like abnormal stream they could probably do for like the 60th anniversary is drumming to the entire game's soundtrack. That would be kind of funny. Because on one hand, some of it would be semi-interesting, but again, it's not super drum heavy, unlike me learning like Ultra Kill's soundtrack. But on the other hand, I'd have stuff like Reflective Play or Chief Creative Officer, where I'm just kind of sitting there doing nothing because there is no drum. And you're gonna add that little like hover frame, pretty much. was like having like move to the right a pixel or to right to the left. Actually, he can just sort of stay there and just do the foot position swap. Swap. All right. So let's delete the. Oh no, yeah. Delete the bottom chunk of outline. Oh, wrong layer. I wanted the outline gone at G18. His pants are off. Alright. And then we select G18 and erase these 2 pixels and replace. Actually, hold on. What did that previous frame look like? Oh yeah, his. Okay, so it makes it like diagonal. Okay, I can sort of remember that. My brain is good enough to do something decent. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's like that and that. Right? I'm not colorizing that at first just to make sure that I have the shape. Shape memorized. Yeah, it makes that little C shape. Will be. For a split second, I was worried that I drew that on the outline layer and not the GR18 layer, because that wouldn't be the first time that I'd made something like that happen or a mistake like that this stream, or just in general. I've probably done it dozens of times at this point. Alright, let's move the background forward. Forward march. Alright, hasn't been up in a while, has he? He's up for these few frames. Okay, no, it's fine. Alright, so let's make him down in the next frame. And now we're not doing any complex sprite changing. It's just altering positions. Oh, what's good? Alright. I think after this I might go back and just update the flip. And then we get it. Let's go. Alright. Oh, wrong thing, of course. Cool. We have collision. And then, like, typically this kind of thing happens. I don't know if I remember correctly. I'm not in the mood to properly remember, so hold on. Let me set this to hold on. 8 connected. That way I don't have to like place a new payment for every diagonal. Will be. Alright, let's have the outline remain intact. Yeah, it pretty much is exactly what happens in the game, which isn't that special because it's just a convenient thing to do. But again, when you have a game as good looking and polished as Levelhead, it makes sense that it would be. I don't know where I was going with that. Wait a second. Has that been a double up the whole time? No, it hasn't. Wait. Oh no, I've committed a crime. There's been a... No, there's a double there. Oh, that doubles some GR18. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're saved. I can see this pixel right here. I thought that was me putting two pixels of outline on something. And then I realized that's just GR18's foot. We got the good ending. Alright, see, look, we're not doing that bad now. Let's actually play it for what it is. And then, alright, Alt-N. We just delete the anything now, right? Yeah. Give GR18 a tiny bit of upward momentum. Hold on. That's too much horizontal, actually. Let's bring it back one. This actually should be his aerial movement frame, so let's delete these and copy. Nope, this one, maybe. And then just kind of move them over here, pretty much, because... yeah, no, let's bring them higher and more to the right. And then blank, you the outline. Let's move this one to the right. And your team one to the right. And then back to the falling one. I think I need to move that one to the right again, honestly. There we go. Yeah, when you're working with such a small canvas as 80 by 45, every pixel is pretty important. Let me do this just so I can fit. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, alright, I'm starting to get some ideas for the next enemy. What we're gonna do is, Scrub walks into frame, GR18 just kind of stares at the camera really? This is the next one. And then, a gem comes down and makes the Scrub bigger. I don't know. Or actually, more walk-in. That would obviously be 4 times more Scrubs to move. But... it would actually make it more interesting, and that would actually lead up to what I want to do. Which is basically have GR18 grab one of the Scrub shells and just sort of shoot it like a gun. Which would be so tough. Alright, so let's have... Alright, he bounced off there. Then he has his little falling frame, so... Copy this here. Copy that here. Alright. Oh, that's not connected, that's why. Yeah, that's good looking. Alright. And then we just make them fall to the ground. So let's see, that's too fast acceleration. Let's do like 3. And then we do 4. And over 1. Oh, gotta. Whoa, where'd that come from? Whoops. Oh, it's like this. Let's just bring them all to the ground at this point. Alright, so now he jumps off that, has a little bit extra height, and then goes down, back into falling. We should probably bring this over one more down and one more to the right. No, that was not down or to the right. Hold on. There we go. And that's like this. Alright, we're 2/3 done with streaming. This is actually one of the longer streams that I've done. It's probably not the longest, but it's definitely going to be up there when I'm finished with this. I like to keep it to around like an hour and a half, 2 hours, which is why in my brain I'm telling me like, hey, Tony, you should probably stop streaming now. And I'm like, no, I still have another hour to do. Alright, Alt-N. Let's actually bring back his standing pose. Alright. Man, I love asset reusal. Makes this so much better. Alright, so we gotta move this over to the right now. Match up with where it was before. Oh, move that up 1. There we go. Move it to the right 1 pixel, actually. Dang it. Alright, 218, and then that. Add a little bit of, like, puff to it, so. But obviously less, but there's less in this landing compared to, say, this one. Because that's from up here. And then, whereas this little hop is less height. This thing's actually starting to look decent. But I could very well just like do an entire stream just of going back and adjusting everything. Because the background itself is kind of lackluster. Whereas like I could do some really cool stuff like air dodging like through like a flock of swoopadoops, or like the aforementioned shooting a scrub shell. Levelhead reference. Maybe there's some other interesting stuff I could do. The final boss would probably be a pop jaw, just because nobody likes those. I'm in part saying this out loud just for the sake of being able to look back on this later as like a note. I'm probably going to be working on this off stream, like tonight or tomorrow morning. So don't be surprised if next stream is like 20 more frames. Alright, let me just... Oh. I guess technically this little smoke thing's supposed to be on the effects tab, but... Oh, well. Oh yeah, then move it back up too. Or just one, technically. What's next? All right. He's kind of in a good position for the scrubs to come in from the right. I kind of like this idea. We're gonna have to flip him back to facing rightward then. And then, how do I make him stare at the camera? Because we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Alright, I think I kind of want him to go to the left a bit. Does this mean I have to make a walk cycle? Oh man, I'm not looking forward to that. Or just have GRT like facepalm upon landing. That would actually be kind of funny. And then it's like turns into a roll where he rolls over to the left, which then gives me more room to have the scrubs show up on the right. Okay, I kind of like this idea. So I think, what, this frame? Yeah, this frame you rotate 90 degrees. So in that case, I sort of have to delete all this. That's fine. I have to add in some humor, right? So this frame gets rotated. Alright, and then... yeah, that's fine. Where it is. 9-0. And of course, if you weren't attached. Dang it. Alright, let me just... oh, because it has the outline selected. That's like the 4th time I've made this mistake. Alright. Rotate 90 degrees. That's fine. We'll readjust his position afterward. And then select the outline, do the same thing. Rotate 90 degrees. Then drag it up and over. Alright, is that a good position? Yeah, no, it's not a good position. It's just a good rotation, but that's fine because it's already 90 degrees anyway. It's automatic. Down and over here. Down. Whoops. There we go. Right? Yeah. Gotta select GR18. Honestly, I probably would have moved a lot faster if I did make GR18 and his outline the same layer. Because the two move in unison like the entire time. Move this down. Pixel down and right, and then down and right. Is that better? There we go. Next frame. Rotate him onto his face. Wait, this is the next frame, right? I haven't, like... okay, cool. Had to make sure. Rotate that 90. And then we gotta add a little bit of like squish to it. So Alt N. Let's just delete the outline here for a second, and instead just move him down and then squeeze. That good? Yeah, it's good. And then take this here. Oh yeah, I need to copy it first from this frame to this frame. It's not the mark. It's not the outline thing. It's by doing that. And then squash it down to fit that. Looks so goofy. Alright. Honestly, let's just delete this and then draw it from scratch. It's kind of one of the situations where copying and pasting is kind of less convenient. Move that over here. Pixel. Oh, there we go. He got squished. Poor little fella. And then he sort of just like bounces up from there and continues rotating. Yeah, that works. Okay, yeah, just copy this frame actually. So copy this, drag it over here, this, drag it over here, then reposition it. And rotate 90 degrees. Oh, not 90, actually, it's at 180. And then 180. Again. Cool. Let's move that over to the right a pixel. And then same thing with J18. We want more bounce to that, right? So let's bring this up a pixel as well. And then select here. Alright. Yeah, okay. See, this is what I'm trying to do. And it's actually working. I just delete these extra frames. Leave one at the end, why not? Oh wait, I don't need to make a special thing here. I can just take one of the regular... Would I take a falling frame here? Or just a standing frame, actually, and rotate it? It's not even being rotated. What am I talking about? Alright, so we copy 31 stuff over here. And then we just gotta move it over. Because like he's over here at this point, right? It actually lined up very well. Let's move it one more to the right. And then do the same thing for the outline. Drag it over. So jump over. Face palm. And now we have a couple extra pixels to work with. All that for some pixels? Yeah, sure. There we go. Alright, I think we're getting back in the groove here. Which typically happens right before something goes wrong. We're gonna reflip them. So let's find one from back on here so things are right and standing. Let's take right by where he was before, actually. That's convenient. Alright, so we just copy frame 12 entire. Oh, well, no, we don't copy all frame 12. We just copy GR18 from frame 12 and the outline from frame 12. And see how well it flows between 46 and 47. Oh, yeah, it's way over here. It's a bit more to the left, like that. Is that it? Cool. And then it's got to match the outline. Actually, let's move over like one more to the right. Or, well, actually, no, two more to the left. I don't know what I'm talking about here. And one down, actually. That looks better. Yeah. Let's make this like frame 200 for some reason. Why not? Wait, why is this actually starting to not look bad? I wish I could select every frame and just like subtract like 50 milliseconds from it or something. I'm getting rid of that impact frame. That impact frame's stupid. Actually, it's not. It does kind of convey that motion that I need. I mean, it looks okay. I've seen better impact frames before, but then again, this is like my first time ever making one, so we take that. I think this flip moves too fast. That's also because I'm like playing it in sped up version, so let's see what it looks like normally. Alright, cool. G18 successfully fallen on his face. We love this. Love to see it. Next frame, we're bringing back the little warning arrow uh-oh thing. Let's have this frame hold a little bit longer, though. Let's say like 250. Just to give you a chance to breathe before you get bombarded with more. That's a fast way of doing it. All right. Oh, you know what I just realized? I should probably replace a little exclamation sign with a little, like, enemy symbol. The enemy sign. That would make sense. Don't know why that didn't cross my mind earlier. One second. I mean, yeah, I could make that an enemy sign, but I personally don't. Well, not doing that this stream. Alright. There we go, I think. Yeah. Alright, last half hour. Gotta see what I can get done. Alright, we're making scrubs now, which means I should probably start working on color palette. Let's get like 2 colors here. Alright, we're gonna need green. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Alright, unlock that. Yeah, there we go. Yep. That seems like a scrubby green. And then let me pull up the wiki again on my monitor. Or I'll just do it on my Chromebook actually, so I have that with me. There we go. Okay, so I think Scrubs is less. Oh, the problem with the Scrub is that. I need to make a walk cycle for this thing. Triangle learning a skull sign. Oh, I was thinking. Actually, no, both those would work here. I'm thinking the skull sign, noob. But yeah, if I'm having Scrubs walk into frame now, then that would require walk cycles. Oh no. Wait. Why can't every enemy be on wheels? Well, okay, they're not crazy complicated. Hopefully. Do we want Oculus here or Scrubs? Which one's more menacing? Well, Oculus are simpler. Okay, we're doing Oculus. Found our answer. That was quick. So in that case, I kind of have to rechange this color. Yeah. Okay, we have that be the highlight. Make it more saturated, though. Or it's a bit redder. We have to make it more actually orange. Was that? Ooh. I'm trying to find out the exact shade that I kind of want here. All right. There we go. That color compared to that color. This would probably be easier to do if I didn't have a really old screen on my laptop that would basically change colors depending on the way that you look at it. What is that, LCD, I want to say? There's a lot of orange now that I'm looking at it. Just in the palette in general. And, oh, there we go. For a second I thought my mouth thing was shut. Alright. It's going good. Currently, oh, so yeah, you haven't seen what it looks like so far, have you? Alright, I'll just rewind a bit. Alright. Could have done this, actually. I'm gonna probably adjust the timings later, but as of right now, we have this, which is kind of lackluster, but I'm doing what I can. Again, I knew dang well I wasn't going to do everything that I wanted to do within these 3 hours. So I figured I could just work on this tomorrow or just do some other stream of it. Because this is a lot easier to stream than Levelhead itself, because that requires my Switch and connecting a bunch of other capture cards and etc. Yeah, I can definitely mess with the timings as well at some point. But honestly, the real hard part is I'm gonna throw in a horde of Oculas now. And unlike Vacrats, those things have walk cycles, which is every animator's nightmare. So yeah, this is the frame where they... hold on, there you go. Because I want to match the pattern of, yeah, Vacrat shows up. Yeah, there's an empty frame and then enemy shows up. She's empty frame and then Ocula. So, okay, it does use the same eye color as the Vacrat, so that's convenient. I think there's less lines on an Ocula compared to a Vacrat, just looking at the wiki page. So that means I can kind of get better with this. Oh, I gotta actually select the enemy layer. Don't want to make that mistake. And this is like the first time of it like coming into existence, so it's not gonna be fully on screen. And then I can sort of no, that's the background color. What if we took the shade of gray that GR18 uses, like that? And then throw on the eyeball. Today's the day where I learn how to make walk cycles. I've been putting it off for too long. And it's a little oval thing. And then add in the top little eyebrow thing. And that's kind of the outline of it. No time like the present. Yeah, you got a point there. And then we'll just make room for the leg. And then I think we're just going to use one shade of the orangey brown here. Just because the Ocula has his stuff, his interestingness elsewhere. I think we're going to reuse this shade of gray. So at least I don't have to pull new colors out of my hat. Oh, darn. Oh, so the front leg is in the back? Okay. And then, yeah, the rear leg is towards the camera. So in that case, I can sort of do that. Oh, alright. Okay, let me put black as my secondary. Oh, in this case, I can actually delete this color. Oh, and lock the palette, because I don't want to accidentally change a color or something. This is essentially our Goomba to fight. Okay, I think I know what you can do here to make the walk look better. I'm probably going to watch like an Alan Becker video or something later just on how walk cycles work. Alright. Move you over to like here and then have the leg match up where it was before. So in this situation, like the leg would pretty much be over here. Alright. Okay, he's sort of moonwalking a little bit. In that case, it's going to be going so slow. Yippee. Unfortunately, I don't have anything that can realistically open Levelhead right now. I mean, I could run and grab my Switch. That's an option. Because I kind of want to look at a copy of Levelhead just to get a sense of the walk cycle. Because naturally, I wouldn't have that memorized or anything. Just to see what his little steps look like. There we go. Visually, I think Aki is a lot more simpler than Vagrat, which is a nice thing to hear. And give him his angry little eyebrow. I do have the asset dump that I'm going to use for the sound effects. That's actually a good point, Noob. I did not think of that. See, this is why you're the smart one. Hold on. If I just, like, I've seen it before. It was in, I think, the Levelhead General. Backseat building, backseat animating. Honestly, I'll take all the creative help I can get here. Uh, that's incredible. Okay. Okay. Tile Weir has the character sprites. That actually kind of works. That includes rotation. Ah. Uh, yeah. Hold on. I'm looking at one of the assets dump, and Arad has all the uh sprites technically. Yeah. What is wobbly space-time scar? Oh, yeah. The funny thing is that pretty much all of them have like code names pretty much. Oh, okay. Spike traps actually had. Oh, hold on. Enemy scrub. Wait, no. Sweeping death. What is sweeping death? Oh, that's like some unused asset thing. Wow. That's only in game. Ah, spike trap area. Yeah. All right, hold on. I mean, you'd expect it to swap between sprites, no? Spike chainer. Spike ball. No. Spike block. Oh, scrub. Okay, so in that case, yeah. Oh, is that like just its eyes? Oh wait, no. Okay, it has the walk cycle. It has the walk cycle for scrub, which means you'd expect it to also have a. It's a plunger line. Oh, that's like the rope of the grep. See, there's like funny like names for stuff in here that you don't really expect. Yeah, I see the individual step frames for scrubs. I just gotta look for the ocular ones now. We should get like search. On. Nope. Dang it. Oculus code named, I guess. Oh well. Yes. All right. Okay. Oh. It's not super important. I'm pretty sure I can improvise it and totally regret how it looks. That would be in character. Let's have this as the secondary. There we go. And then move them over and realize how ugly this is going to look. Because the problem is his legs are so short and stubby that I can't really have like a true like crossing frame between them. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, I could just find a YouTube video that has Ocula in it. Just check my channel, see if there's any. That would work, actually. Let's go to my videos. I know there's one that's got to have walking Oculus in it. Let's see. Especially one big image of utility positions. Yeah, you're right, actually. Hmm. While looking through my channel, I actually found like a really old video that would be kind of practical. In the sense of like a pretty interesting tech. I don't know if it's tech, but it's something. Technique. Yeah, the problem is that how do I motion blur with such a small scale without looking stupid? Tis one of the questions of all time. One second. Let me actually look in. I mean, I could make the legs an extra pixel longer. That'll help me. That'll give me more options. Let me try making a full sprite anyway, and regret it. It's kind of egg-shaped. Alright, and then place that. Fill in that. Where'd that see through? Oh, I still have the 8 wide. Is that why? Oh, yeah, it is. Alright, hold on. 8 connected. No, not 4. There we go. Then take this color. I mean, I could make it a larger Ocula. That would be an option, because, I mean, the first Vacrat is slightly larger than GR18, and the same does kind of apply for the Ocula in this situation. What on earth is going on? Hold on. I'm gonna rotate this. There we go. Nope. And move it back. Alright, just make it take 2 steps. That makes more sense. Alright, cool. Like, if I move this over to the left one, why not? It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't quite look good yet either. I have 14 minutes to figure this out. Let's bring him fully into frame. Oh. Oh, honestly, I still kind of have to go regardless of your slot or not. I know you're so overjoyed to be doing, like 7 hours? Yeah. I do have an event tonight at my church youth group. I have to like pack up all my Wii U stuff and bring it there because me and my friends are going to be playing some Wii Party, and like people are going to be bringing their consoles as well for a game night. So I started to make sure that I'm ready for that because yeah, for me right now it's just shy of 1700, and that starts at 1900. 13 minutes, go! That's kind of stupid. Oh, I'll have to, like, bring his back out a bit. Yeah, alright, that looks better, a bit rounder. Alright, select, this is my secondary now. Yeah. Alright, get rid of the marquee, and then... Yep, Dada has taken one for the team. That way we can sort of keep the train going. Oh, so okay, so I'm gonna delete this frame just because like it's sort of inconsistent, and then copy this frame backwards. Whoops. That was the wrong thing to do. Alright. I'm gonna copy this. Control V it here. And then for this frame specifically, there we go. Alright. Yeah, no. I mean, you could have sleeping while GR18 does his sleeping animation stream. But that's like so stupid. And then wait, aren't you like... You're a few hours ahead of me, right? You're what, like UTC 0 or UTC -1? Because you're German, right? 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Yup. First ever Levelhead sleep stream. I mean, Kalia, yeah, I'm in my defense. I'm sort of in this for the community, not necessarily for animating. Yeah, I do need to focus up. Alright, I have to swap the legs backward. I do have one idea that could work, and that's just I horizontally flip the leg sprite each frame. Alright, hold on. Let's put it back to where it was. Move it over here. Flip. And then place it back like a puzzle piece. So there's kind of no in-between step. It's just swapping. Which, again, is probably going to look like garbage, which is why I'll just be working on this tomorrow. Stop doing that. I have no clue how this happens. Alright. Why does that happen consistently at this point? Alright. Leave that be, then reselect it. Oh no, this is gonna look so bad. I can tell. Ew, disgusting. Alright. I know I'm gonna finish the animation either way, but I know dang well I'm not gonna be finishing this today. I think I'll just take this time to polish up some older stuff. And just leave this abomination in the delete bin. Yeah. That shouldn't be around anymore. So in this scenario, I think what I'm going to do is just fix up the flip. Because I think I can spread that flip out longer necessarily. Because the way I see it is that he loses all his rotation velocity here, and then just doesn't flip anymore. So I think if I had like one frame horizontal, then another frame where it's seated this way, and then he's upside down at the apex, and like feet are backwards here, and then he lands normal, and he like returns to not flipped here, this area. That'll probably be a lot better. I can do that in 8 minutes and like throw in my outro. In the outro. All right. All right. So let's think. How do I want to go about this? Oh, okay. I just rotate this frame. Yeah. What is it? Negative 90 in this case? Yeah, it is. All right. Negative 90. Oh, I can actually use the outline as a reference of where I want like this is like center of mass to be. That works. Negative 90. And now like the flip is more floaty. And then rotate this negative 90 as well. Align that there, and then select GR18. Rotate. Negative 90. And then the way I see this is sort of like a bullet time kind of thing, which I've said before, but I still have to re-specify. What the heck? Oh, I just got super zoomed in for a second. I kind of got worried. Yep, I accidentally looked at my trackpad the wrong way. Alright. And we gotta rotate this negative 90. Right, is he? Wait. Oh, yeah. This one needs to be rotated. Actually, it has to be rotated 180. Oh, yeah, it's just 180. It's not negative or anything. That wouldn't make any sense. Really, I forgot to add in those little feet. That stinks. Alright, undo that. Oh, wait, that's good. There we go. That's where I messed up. Whoopee. Alright. Oh. Yep. That's just because, like, in the Google form, it's like, hey, submit your Twitch link here. I'm like, no, YouTube. So 1, and then you gotta flip this upside down. Alright. Alright, select here, rotate 180. And then, alright, that's what I'm aiming for now. Alright, and then we go back to negative 90s now. And do the same for GR18. Don't know why I remarked that. I could have avoided that extra input. Oh, hold on. Forgot to select. There we go. Okay, yeah, we do want the number. Alright, cool. Set the outline. Click again. Make it 90. And then realign. There we go. Now it looks more fluid. So here's a sped up thing. And I'm pretty satisfied. So I'll just use these 3 minutes to plug your stream. Because I'm assuming you're ready by now. Data. So, this is, thank you for these wonderful 2 hours and 58 minutes of view time. This one definitely got a lot of views on it. At least a lot more than usual. Look at how much we accomplished in one stream. We got 40 frames, pretty much. That's not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. That comes down to 40 frames in 3 hours. I don't know, it's not a super nice number. Thank you. Yeah, I can maybe tweak the timings too, why not? Yeah. I think what I need is this whole thing just to be like a few milliseconds faster each. So 150 now. Should I animate in 10 FPS? That works. I just have to manually edit each of these. And actually, that'll also make the slowdown effect feel stronger. Yep, there we go. You'll have to ease into it. Because like one's 200 and then the next is 250. So these ones can stay the same. Yeah, this was my way of kicking off the streamathon. I'm happy I got to participate this year. Hopefully the streamathon this year goes as well as last year's. We can make this 250 as well. 200. And then back to 100. Wait, what's that positioning here? Hold on. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, we like this. Alright. Wasn't sure if I was happy with Geratine's position. Alright, escape. Alright. 200, yep. 100, yeah. Yup. It is, in fact, 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Let me just do this last bit of tweaking, and then I'll happily send people your way. Or at least suggest them to. Give it one last run. I should probably copy 100 and just paste it in. That would make more sense. Yep. There we go. I can now work 25% faster, maybe. I'm taking my time, but I'm trying to take less time. Alright. Almost there. Actually, let's leave that one as 150. Why not? Give it a bit of extra weight. And then have that little bonk frame be longer. Yeah, 200. That's fine. almost there. And let's hit enter and see how we're flowing. Oh, this is so much better with that faster time. Oh, okay, I love this now. Alright. With that, everyone, go check out Data83's stream on Twitch. And there's going to be multiple other streams after me because there's a whole marathon of Levelhead streams. So, if anyone is interested in showing any of these, or watching any of these, then here is the link to it all. And with that, have a wonderful day, everyone. Be sure to check out all the other streams. Jesus loves each of you. I need to take a nap.